Mason jars are known to be used for canning, but today you can use them for all sorts of things. People use them for beverages, they use them for decorative vases. At my house, we put our peanut M&Ms in these. But I'm going to show you a great DIY project that's inexpensive and very simple to do. So you just need a few things. Your mason jars, of course, a roll of paper towels, a bowl, some paintbrushes, and paints. And these paints are so inexpensive. I think they're under $1 at your local craft store. So we picked out a couple different colors. I'm going to take out the mason jar here and dispose of the lid. You won't need that anymore. And I think I'll choose the sea foam green color. This color is really popular this year. What you want to do is you want to make sure your mason jar is pretty clean in the inside because this is where the paint goes. And that's what's so perfect about this project is that when you use this as a vase or anything else, you can put it on your table and it doesn't leave a rim because the paint's actually inside of the jar. So you want to pour your paint in. And don't be too stingy on the paint. You want to make sure you have enough in there to coat the inside of the jar. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Next, this step takes a little bit longer to do. You can either pick up a paintbrush and coat the inside, or I'm just going to swirl the paint inside in the jar. So you want to make sure that you coat it evenly, and again, you want to make sure that you have enough paint in it to cover the inside of the jar. And when you do the swirling technique, this kind of coats the inside of the jar a little more evenly than the paintbrush. All right, so when you feel like you've gotten the container pretty evenly coated, the next step is to trim out your top here. So you want to use a clean paintbrush for this, and you want to put some more paint into the bowl here. And you won't need much, but just kind of dab your paintbrush in there and go ahead and cover the top lid of the jar there. All right, it looks like this jar is pretty well painted. Now this next step is really the key because this makes sure that the jar is evenly coated in the inside, and this is where the roll of paper towels comes in handy. You're going to want to make sure you have a thick stack because we are going to turn this mason jar over. Okay, after you've let the jar turn over for about 5 minutes, you can pick it up. Be careful because there's going to be a bunch of paint that's underneath there. So let it drip out for a little bit. And then you can take a paper towel and wipe off the edge. All right, this next step you could use a sponge brush for, and you just want to go around the edges to make sure it's coated pretty evenly. And I think we are in good shape now. Now you can just take your mason jar and let it set overnight. It will need to have a few hours to dry. Now the best thing about this vase is it can be used for anything. You can put pencils in here and use them in your office. You can put kitchen utensils, makeup brushes. Today I'm going to put some flowers in, and you can just get some fake flowers at your local craft shop. I got this tray at Hobby Lobby and the burlap there too. And the great thing about it is you can throw a little moss in front, and this is a perfect decoration. If you want to find out about any other DIY projects, check us out at dsmliving.com or let us know what you think on Facebook.